Are you and I doing it? Are we doing it? We're doing it. Take a sip. Rock and roll. Now it's just a waiting game until it pops up in that screen and know that we're going. And or commercials are doing their thing or whatever. So, monkey butt. Monkey butt. Monkey butt. Monkey butt. Monkey butt. Yeah, say your name enough, you come over, huh? Yeah, you're all warm because you've been outside. Oh, here we go. We're happening. Show's on. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday. Excuse me, no problem. I'm wearing a fantastic banana shirt, also provided by Michael Mystery. This thing is so warm. It's plastic, but I love it. All right. So, Elon Musk has been kicked out of Brazil. Basically, the courts in Brazil ruled that Elon was platforming Nazis. And they're like, hey, we got a law against that. You can't platform Nazis in Brazil. And Elon was like, screw you, free speech. Even though other, like Saudi Arabia, India, other like countries that have rules against certain speech, he gladly blocked them. But Brazil, because Lula isn't a right-wing fanatic, he won't do it there. So the Brazilian court said, well, tough shit, get lost. So Elon's lost about 100 million customers in Brazil. It may happen in Europe. He's getting in trouble for violating all sorts of privacy laws, anti-Nazi laws, child porn laws. When there's like GDPR violations, which is the European Union's privacy rules, the fines for those are huge. I think Facebook got like a $10 billion fine for violating those, maybe $20 billion, something ridiculous along those lines. And Elon's been getting warnings about this stuff for, well, years now, that when he fired all the moderators and he got rid of all the admins and the, stuff, that the crime started piling up in those places, and, European Union's within its right to say, no, you can't participate. You are not going to be accessible in our domain anymore. So, seems to be some pretty piss poor business management on his part. Also, GameStop popped above 23 today. One of those days where I should have bought a whole bunch of near the money, just out of the money call options for that 0-day expiration and just YOLO'd. I didn't do it. I should have. I didn't do it. But we're well above 23 bucks last I saw. And what else happening? Dmitry Medvedev took to the interwebs to drunkenly post that and admit that Russia invaded Ukraine to steal their natural gas. Because in 2012, Ukraine made a discovery in the Donbass, which is eastern Ukraine, that they had like trillions and trillions and trillions of cubic meters of natural gas, which means they could directly sell that to the EU and cut out Russia. And Russia went, hell no! And that's why they invaded. So there you go. It wasn't because NATO's threatening. It wasn't because there's security threats. It's because they wanted a bunch of natural gas, and that's why they invaded, specifically took over that chunk of Ukraine. So any Russian bot or troll you see on the internet saying otherwise, you can point to Dmitry Medvedev's drunken admission that they took Ukraine in order to steal their gas. So, ta-da! Crystal ball. I was right again. And what's the last thing? Oh, yeah. Kamala Harris is starting a bus tour in Florida this weekend in Palm Beach. So she's going for multiple Mean Girl troll levels, and it's kind of hilarious. So it'd be funny if she pulls crowds larger than anything Trump has pulled in Palm Beach. That'd be funny. What else I got? Anything else? How about that one? Let's just do normal. Oh, that cat. Oh. I forget this one is short. Okay. Oh, shit. Turn off the intro. I was about to... That fat cat almost distracted me. There we go. Intro's off. Can we give Monkey a treat cameras right off the bat? Well, what are these? How about one of the green ones? Oh, did you magically appear, Monkey? Huh? big old toothbrushy looking things? Come on. Get up here. Put your face on that. There you go. See? Monkey get a treat just like that. $5 Canadian gets monkey a treat. And Jigish, thank you. Everything under the news. I don't think I have anything immediately pressing. No, I don't have any news unless you guys bring something up. Emtra was first. Happy birthday. Why don't shiny things shine? Don't they though? Isn't that the whole point? They do? Chris, like, are you still holding MMAT? Nope. I think my brother's stuck with it, but I am not. No. Mupulin, you said Warren Kitty would appear right before market crash. How is the market looking now? And what reasoning do you see him coming back? Because let's face it, he's the only catalyst. He's a catalyst, I would say, or at least a catalyst portents, catalyst predictor. Did I say he would appear right before market crash? I think I don't remember saying that, but maybe I did. I don't know. There's 500 and whatever shows going on. I think the market is going to get a pop in September. I don't know how long it's going to last for, but they're going to cut rates. Everyone's going to go, yippee! And they'll see the Dow and the SPY rise. And then we're going to start seeing that banks still hold way too much liability in commercial real estate, and they're not going to know what to do with it. So, at some point, a bank is going to be done, I think, before the end of the year. And I think or banks might be done. I don't know how they put off these bonds beyond December 31st. They might be able to make it till the end of the election, but man, you got to do a lot of trickery. You got to do a lot of work to be able to make that stuff happen. And I just can't imagine trillions of dollars just evaporating into the ether. It's something that we're going to be able to hide for very much longer. It doesn't seem possible. So I think my eyelashes are all like shedding right now. Why are my eyeballs? There you are, you little shit. Okay. Michael Steegs, Houston. Can you exploit the drop in price earlier this week and sudden GME popping almost as if there is no max pain? I mean, the quarterly swaps expired today on GameStop, so that'd be my guess, is that the quarterly swaps are expiring and some people are having to go into the market and buy more because they aren't able to reswap those suckers or rejigger those swaps. So that the drop is probably more shorting because that's just what they do. But the rise today and after hours today, I think has to do with those swaps. Let's see what happens for others come Monday. We get just a little push on Monday. I don't know if it's enough to do it, but yeah. Jigish, what do you think about buying DJT puts before the debate? Ooh, indeed. Ooh. Probably not a bad idea. I think he's going to do terrible. I think he's going to do super terrible in the debates, personally. Another great date to buy him would probably be on the 17th, right? When is, what day is the 17th? Calendar. Try that again, calendar. September is a Tuesday, so you can buy perhaps weeklies that Tuesday before close, and he gets sentenced on Wednesday. What time is his sentencing? Is it during market hours? Donald Trump sentencing hearing. hearing time. Okay, Trump sentencing hearing, September 18th. That doesn't give me a time. Where's the docket? September 18th. Give me a time. Just says the date. 18th. Anyone know the exact time? Is it during market hours? Because it probably will be, because it's business hours, right? I don't see a time given, but it's gonna be the 18th at some point during the day. So if it is during market hours before 4 p.m. Eastern, I expect to see some good push there. But yeah, I don't think it's such a bad idea. I mean, DJT is gonna collapse anyway, so if you buy far enough out, right? Because on the 20th he's allowed to start selling. So he gets sentenced. Then that Friday, he might start dumping all those shares. And at current market prices, he'd make like what, 1.5 billion if he dumped everything. And it, granted the price will crash, so it might be 500 million to a billion in the end. But there's room to fall on that sucker. So weeklies, well, that's a bad idea on that one. Load up. And where'd my chat go? There we go. Jason Blackwell, Houston. I asked my friend Sam to sing a song about phones, then Sam sung. I think a neuron in my head just popped. Mupulin. Oh, Mike Forsh says I am here. Okay, Mupulin. Also, the average bankruptcy, Chapter 11, is 1.5 to 5 years to complete. How much delays are realistic, seeing as most apes have got the timeline wrong? Can this thing drag out to 5 years? If so, how? I don't think it can drag out to 5 years. They have until October 23rd to complete the plan established by the debtors, by BBBY itself. After the 23rd, the creditors can then dictate the plan and goes from there. So I think the goal is to complete this thing before October 23rd, probably before October begins. And that's the way it looks like they're wrapping things up like crazy right now. There may be some court cases that continue on, such as the lawsuits against the board members, but I don't see this thing going 5 years or longer. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like they move so fast, and now it's just like ticking some boxes to get some things out of the way. And Mupulin, how safe is our history tab in Schwab? If we are right and we get our equity, do you anticipate some brokers will deny gaslight us? If so, what precautions can we take? I would print out your statements from months back, from last year, from whenever you purchased certain shares. I would screenshot and have that stuff ready, so that if you need to, you can sue the shit out of Schwab. Chris 14R, Houston. Opinions on Putin visit to Mongolia. I say let's send SAS and SEAL Team 6. Job is done. Then next morning, breakfast at Tiffany's. Putin isn't going to Mongolia. You would be assassinating one of his duplicates. He's got a lot of them. They're pretty goofy looking. We can show you some. Putin doubles. Here we go. Scene. Chrome. Ecume. Here we go. Okay. So, got some Putin doubles. Got some Putin doubles here. This one was one of the guys who gets tried out. Where's the Michael Palin looking dude? Puffy face guy? Oh, here's a whole bunch all lined up. So, some of them look completely different than Putin. Puffy face Putin went to Azerbaijan this last week. Here's one. Here's one of the Putin doubles right there. That is definitely not Putin. Putin's in a bunker. That's where he is. Where is... Twitter there's a Twitter thread that had a whole bunch of them. And one of the guys looked like he'd been stung by bees. Maybe put in Putin, Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan visit. That was puffy face Putin. Where'd he go? This is not. Where'd you go, puffy face Putin? Man. But he's not going to Mongolia, regardless. He's gonna have some double. He's like when he does his video conferences, he's in his bunker. He's like not left. He's absolutely paranoid. He's gonna be murdered with good reason because the oligarchs want to murder him. The people want to murder him. The Ukrainians want to murder him. Some other dude's going to Mongolia at this point. And you can only visit non-ICJ countries. So technically, you could visit the United States because we're not a member of the International Criminal Court. So he could come here. We wouldn't have the legal right to arrest him. So think about that. That's weird to think about, right? Political speed. Do you think the CAT system will ever work, or are the regulators too corrupt and inept? I think the CAT system does work. It's just that the regulators may or may not be utilizing it. I mean, it's like having a Ferrari in the garage you never drive, right? You can go 200 miles an hour, but will you if you never drive it? Like, you know, you can have a private jet. If you never fly it anywhere, what's the point of having a private jet? They have this tool. The tool is never getting used. So what then? Or maybe it is getting used and we just don't know it yet because they're compiling all sorts of data. But I think personally, I think that they got this data. They look at it and they go, "Oh shit," and then they're scared to use it. That's what I think. Corporate Walnut. Take a look at Terrana Island. How does something like that happen? Terrana Island. Google Earth's got to load again. Schlap. Terrana Island. Oh, Kiribati. Okay. Out here, it's hot as shit. Are we looking at this thing here? So it looks like this looks like a lake in the middle of the island. So we're looking at what is like a little sliver of island. It looks like the top of a seamount. So the atoll is forming. I guess is the atoll. This is the last chunk of it's probably limestone on top of the last chunk of volcano. And then this ring here will probably be what becomes the ring island for the atoll in the future. We got one inland lagoon here. A couple little villages, got a little airstrip. Is this another lake? This looks like another swamp lake that's formed. So we got quite a bit of jungle in there. Have you ever read Sex Lives of Cannibals? It is a fantastic book. It's a travel book. This guy graduates from grad school. He owes $1 kajillion in student loans. He's like, oh, this sucks. Hates his job. And his girlfriend, who then becomes his wife, becomes like the head of the consulate or the ambassador to Kiribati. He's like, you know what, fuck it. And so they leave. And then they go there for a couple of years while she is sort of the liaison between Kiribati and the U.S. government. And it is a hilarious book. Like, living in the South Pacific in Hawaii, I was like, wow, this is kind of common amongst islands all over the place. But it's a great book. I highly recommend it. It's hilarious. He's written a bunch of other travel books, and I have not read those yet. But ooh, look at this wave set coming up here. Look at these guys. You're getting refractive waves from both directions. That's cool. It's good point breaks available. Probably, warm water. But yeah, that's a former volcano. Pretty much all of these are former volcanoes. You can see the island chain here that came out of them. There's Kiribati, like the main island here. The atoll is very strong here. Big lagoon. If we follow the island chain further, looks like might be pretty extinct. The island chain looks like it dips all the way down into French Polynesia, where again you got more atolls. And the French Polynesia, this might be the bend where India slammed into Asia. You got Pitcairn Island out here where Mutiny of the Bounty, etc. happened. So yeah, Johnson Atoll looks like it might be part of this entire archipelago here. This looks like all sorts of crazy volcanics happened at one point. We got spreading ridges down here. Looks like faulting spreading ridges happening here. It's just atolls all over the place. Marshall Islands are all atolls. You know, like Bikini, where they did the nuclear explosion tests, and Tuvalu and Tonga, and Samoa's got active volcanoes. So Samoa's got like volcanoes there. So they're part of these island chains, and you can see the seamounts off them. Same thing with like Fiji. Fiji's got the big volcanoes as well. Yeah. Tahiti is near French Polynesia? Is that Tahiti? Yeah. So, got volcanoes, ancient volcanoes. This sucker split open, probably in a giant landslide. Just like we had, yeah, it's half a volcano. So this thing broke apart and slid into the ocean, probably caused a mega tsunami that hit Antarctica or something. That's what happened off of, go up to the Hawaiian Islands, and you see this chunk here. This is the remnants of when Molokai had a catastrophic landslide, slid into the ocean, and produced a mega tsunami that probably was 1,000 feet or more tall that smacked into much of the Pacific a couple 100,000 years ago. Now, the next island to probably likely have that happen is going to be the Big Island. This chunk here on the Big Island, Hawaii, this is a really, really, really steep face. There's two rift zones. There's the southwest rift zone and the northwest rift zone, which is kind of weaker. But the magma chamber is up inside the mountain. It's at, like, if we were to dip this thing over and get a little relief here. The magma chamber sits at about 4,000 feet inside the mountain. So if this chunk were to give way and slide into the ocean, which it will someday, probably in the next couple 100,000 years for sure, you'll get a mega tsunami that will strike the Western Pacific, you know, the Far East, and the magma chamber itself, if it's still there, will just dump into the ocean, causing crazy explosions to happen, steam explosions. It'd be pretty spectacular. The earthquake will be so big that pretty much everyone, well, everyone over here is dead. Everyone else this way, the volcanic gases might choke them out, so they may die from that. The explosions might make them all deaf. And the earthquake would be so big that it would collapse pretty much every structure known. And if you weren't in a structure, you might puke yourself to death from sickness. There was a slope creep in 1815 that produced an earthquake that lasted for like 15 minutes out here in Nalehu. The missionaries who had their missions out here write about it, that people, like, it shook for so long, people were just laying on the ground puking all over themselves because they were so ill from how long it shook. And that's just the slope going creep. It might have creeped only a couple of feet, but it did so over 15 minutes, and it's such a huge chunk of land that everything just like shook and rattled, and people were just like, blah. So I digress. I clearly went off on a tangent on there. So I'm back. There we go. Insomni Mac. Houston, next month, looking crazy for GME. I'm buying more after earnings, but my Magic 8 Ball says this month be cray cray. What's your vibe check for September? I'm going to the nut house. I'm going for nut house. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I'm not. I don't have any feeling at the moment. Are there any catalysts for September? Like, we had the swaps today. Usually, if GME pops, it's like end of August when those swaps come due. So we got a little pop today. I don't think it's enough to really cause too much gamma ramping or gamma squeeze for next week, but who knows? If the BBBY thing for some reason finishes and GameStop's like, see ya bitches, it's what we were behind the whole time, then a magic. Otherwise, I think the next swap dates are in November, right? So if we're looking at swaps, it'd be November, or just weird things could happen because market craziness, hedge funds collapse, banks collapse, etc., and then we go negative beta again. I hope not, House. That'd be great. Danny Motes, Houston, happy birthday. Do you hunt? I feel like you would make a great guide. Lol. No, I don't hunt. I've never really been hunting. I don't know. Like if I go out into the woods, it's to like find rocks. So I rock hunt. Go mineral hunting. I guess that's what I do. Yeah, no, I never gone hunting. Never really had interest. Like, I don't know. It seems like a lot of work to get something I can just go to the grocery store and get. I've shot like bow and arrows. I've shot guns. I've done that, but no, not really hunted. No. Fabrizio, plop. Rick says he'd hunt Danny Motes. Belgian Whale. I have a feeling when I finally get my financial independence because of GME, a lot of stress and pain will flood my body. Won't that be lovely? Won't it be lovely? Like there's this like tumor in our heads that is this investment bug, and I'm sure some people will never get rid of it, but I would gladly surgically remove that thing and like throw it to the garbage can and move on with my life the moment I can. I feel it's just pressing on my head at all times, and I would like to just have it gone. Colin, bananas. Chad Clifford, what a sweet shirt. Thank you, Mike Force, nice shirt. If anybody has not second, not third, not fourth, I'm here. You are, I don't know, 20th? Citizen 54, GME pump before earnings dump. Seems like they let it ride until after this earnings to crush it. Any options play this round? I mean, if they're going to let it ride, then, probably buying calls leading up to the 10th and then doing the you can then split it and buy half of each. So if it goes one way or the other, you can make it out on top. I don't see the earnings being spectacular. I see them being, maybe they're up from the previous quarter, but I don't see them being profitable because the second quarter. They make their profit Christmas time, fourth quarter. That's when they do it. So that's what I'd look at. They're probably going to pump it up, let it ride, and then crush it after hours on earnings. So what do you think, Fatso? Huh? What do you think? Yeah. It's like petting a furry pillow. Big Max 8,000 Houston. Isn't it eerie how similar to 2008 things feel right now? It's freaking me out. If we follow that path, we're in the dumbest timeline. If that happens, money printer time. Well, they cut rates just before the election in 2008, and the economy still crashed. The banks just didn't have the gas to handle it. There was like a little bump because cutting rates, yay, and then Lehman completely just blinks out of existence, and everyone goes, oh, well, that's that. It's amazing how quickly they'll play fake for a year. Like we saw housing starting to collapse in 2007. I remember a friend of mine from high school bought a condo, and she'd come in. She's like, I just bought a condo. I was like, probably should have waited. She's like, why? Yeah, it's only going to be worth more. I was like, no, it's not. and she bet me $10 that her condo wouldn't lose value, and she had to pay me $10. it lost value a lot. I think she paid like $450 for a condo, and at one point it was worth like $135 after the '08 crash. So yeah, I think we're in that kind of zone right now. Like we're seeing housing slow down. We're seeing the Airbnb bubble. We're seeing, you know, commercial real estate do shit. We're like, it's coming. We know it's coming. And then when it hits, and it finally hits hard, the entire market go, well, that's it. And then they're going to fully admit that it was a sham the entire time. Where you get all these documentaries about when did they know and how long did they know it for? Like, it's going to be a complete repeat all over again. Wheat Wild. So I missed your super chat there. HD Imagine. Their levels of criminality are biblical proportions. Those liabilities will vanish into the ether. Spy will keep green. GME won't MOS. We're getting more and more negative each day there, Wheat Wild. There's gonna be a pop at some point. Like, someone's got to pay the piper, right? Those folks lent these dudes a lot of money. They're gonna want that money back at some point. And they're gonna figure out how to get it back. So either they're gonna print it, or they're gonna take it from them. But there's so much. The liability out there is insane. Julius, gifted 5. He's away memberships. Fabrizio got 1. David Wick, Nanya D Biz, keeping it breezy and delete yourself. Well, thank you, Julio. Nice. Got members all over the place. Blah, 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 blah. Where was I? Julius, what U.S. law is Houston violating with that shirt? This magnificent bitch right here. Look at this thing. Nanners. I got nanners all over me. Colin had bought a $25 call 3 days. Oh, shoot. I just reset the chat. Colin, where'd you go? Okay. I bought a $25 call 3 days ago to play earnings, but sold it up 173% today. Instead, maybe see a dip next week and try again. Yeah, why not? I mean, you made money. Making money's making money, right? So, you know, can't fault you for that. And to Stuart Houston, what makes the difference between sweet, sour, crude millions of years ago? That I don't know. I think sour crude is full of sulfur, right? That's sour crude, if I remember correctly. Yeah, sweet crude has low levels of sulfur. Sour crude has much higher sulfur. Don't know. Honestly, I don't know how that happened. Difference in geology. Oh, sorry. Difference in geology of sweet and sour crude. Okay. That's telling me why it is, why, whatever. Sweet and sour, difference between sweet and sour. I don't care about the difference between sour now. Just tell me how it was made. Okay. Yeah, sour crude costs a lot to refine. We know that. Oil prices are high. People still want sour crude because they can deal with it. That doesn't help me at all. Geology. How about just geology of sweet and sour crude? Sour crude oil. Okay. Impurities to be removed. Low quality crude. Current environment. Sour crude is more common than sweet crude in the U.S. Part of the Gulf of Mexico Platts come out March 29, 2009. More sour crude benchmark. America's crude oil market. That doesn't tell me at all. So Wikipedia page doesn't even know how it happens. That's it. There's nothing about. No one knows apparently. So I don't know. Some places just have more farty rocks, I guess. And you get more sulfur out of it. Yeah, there you go. Rocks fart a lot. MS Houston, that shirt is bananas. So too is GME Options. Yes. Tony Baez, thank you, Julius, for the membership the other day. Fantastic. Mike Forsh, Biden smells hair, but Kamala smells victory. Snort Alert, Houston. Andrew Stewart, Houston, I know you're partial to Seattle, but what grunge do you like otherwise? STP, James Addiction come to mind. Who from that era did I really like? I liked a lot of the industrial rock that came out. Nine Inch Nails, Machines of Love and Grace, Butthole Surfers, Ministry, some of Filter's stuff, some of Afghan's Wigs things. I think they're like out of Cincinnati or something. Who else would I put in there as like, yeah, pretty cool? There's a lot of Brit rock at the time that I like. We kind of went over that the other day. There are groups I didn't like. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Silverchair. They came out of Australia. I was like, something about this doesn't sit right with me. It seems like, I don't know, some producer in Australia is like, let's make our own grunge, and we're going to put this to this. I was like, it seemed like it was built. Who else from the era, Kitty, do we rock out to? Pixies, Thurston Moore, Throwing Muses, with Kristen Hirsch, like 50-Foot Wave. I think Kristen Hirsch destroyed her voice doing 50-Foot Wave. She sounds really crackly now, like a Chainsmoker or something. A lot of like the chick rock bands, but a lot of them came out of Seattle anyway. Bikini Kill and whatnot. The Toadies, I think they're out of like Texas, right? Along with Ball Surfers and Ministry. MC 900 Foot Jesus, kind of a spoken word rap group, was really good. Yeah, that's what I think of right now. Yeah. New Solstice, new name. A rate cut can't serve two masters. It can't collapse the Japanese yen carry and simultaneously pop the market higher. Just saying. I think you see a pop the day it happens, and you see a flop shortly after, as everyone has to worry about their carry trades from Japan. Yeah. John Vasquez, all we can do is hodl. It's so simple, isn't it? You just grab onto it like a monkey on a tree. KCR, Monday? Might see a little pop Monday. You'll probably see it grow up until the 10th when they do their earnings. Then they'll do some hammering. Joe's Miami, Goldman Sachs laying off more than 1,300 employees is a massive signal. Didn't they already lay off like 10,000? Maybe like last year. So, yep. These are places that give like $10,000, $15,000 a month salaries to their interns, and they're laying people off. So, oh yeah, markets closed Monday. That's true. It's a holiday weekend, isn't it? So Tuesday's what we're looking at, not Monday. Monday's nothing happening except maybe some barbecues. Dodge a Whale, if you watch Richard Newton's videos, he's all about GME data analyzing and Pokemon. He's even drier than you. I've seen some of his videos. I haven't seen the most recent one at all. But yeah, Tom Zock's looking for options play for earnings. My guess is it'll go up. Earnings happen and go blink, and then so that's how I would possibly play it. Jason 5327, hello. Are you my father? If you are under the age of 24, there's a very good chance, not a very good chance, but there is a non-zero chance that I am your father. There, Jason. John Vasquez. Are the billionaires hoping Trump gets elected? Because he's not. Out with the old, in with the future. I think what they're hoping for is Trump tax cuts and his commitment to oligarchy. I don't think they have the meat to do it this time around. Like, you know what? I know people hate it when I talk politics, but we're going to look at a map here. Okay, get rid of Google Earth. We're going to go 272win.com. Okay, so we have the presidential map. We got California, definitely blue. Oregon, definitely blue. Washington, definitely blue. Nevada is going to be blue. Arizona is going to be blue. Blue. Nebraska probably gets one. Minnesota's definitely blue. Wisconsin's definitely blue. Michigan's definitely blue. Pennsylvania's definitely blue. North Carolina at this point broke even. They're going to be definitely blue. All right, Georgia could go either way. There's a chance with the way the electors are there that Kamala, wins the state, but the electors refuse to certify, and all sorts of damaging things happen there. Florida, on the other hand, I think, has a chance of going blue because abortion's on the ballot. Missouri might only be a light pink because abortion's on the ballot there. So Ohio also has a chance. But if we just go with these guys currently right now, because the Northeast is blue, those are going to be blue. This one's completely undecided. Kamala's at 333 electoral votes. I mean, she can lose North Carolina. She's at 317. She can lose Florida. She's at 287. She still wins, right? So, lock. Pretty good lock. There's just no chance that Trump has to win this thing. It is mathematically impossible for him to win this. He's not winning Virginia. He's not. I don't think he's going to win Pennsylvania. He's definitely not winning Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Arizona, Nevada. He's toast. So the billionaires, they're going to have to come up with some other plan other than democracy to win this thing. It just doesn't. It just isn't going to happen. So at this point, I see it mostly as a lost cause. If the billionaires want to save hundreds of millions of dollars, they're going to start donating to Kamala's campaign. Hope they get something out of it, because he doesn't stand a chance this election. Just doesn't. The polls do not look good. Guy last show insisting there are no doubles and got mad about it. Oh, Putin doubles? No, they're definitely not Putin doubles. Daniel Lofstrom, is there anything that would make you dump GME due to RC? Support for Trump, even though everything Trump touches turns total crap, for example. One more dilution than a bonus for the board. If you started giving weird bonuses to the board and stuff, yeah. They'll be like, what are you doing? You need to actually give money to your investors first. Investors need to get paid first before you start paying the board, because your board has shares. So if you give money to investors, then your board gets a bonus as well, right? That's how that works. If they start Adam Aaroning it and give themselves giant stock options and bonuses and cash bonuses, then you know that some weird things are happening. I don't think that's what they're going to do. Just supporting Trump, he's a billionaire, and billionaires don't understand what people who aren't billionaires go through. So I'm willing to go, all right, he's a billionaire guy who never went to college. But if he actively starts doing things to destroy the company, that's what would make me get out. I'll read Edwin's DD. And he starts out, he'll do 6 pages of just solid going through legal documents and financials and, following the trail to different funds that have invested in things. And it's all great. And then his conclusion is that Donald Trump is buying it all and he's going to be the leader of this. No, he's not. Donald Trump has nothing to do with this. Donald Trump has no money. He's not doing shit. He has nothing to do with any of these companies at all, ever. He has DJT, which he's going to dump as much as he possibly can after the 20th, and then he goes to jail. He's not part of that. Ralph Fan, Houston, what are your thoughts on GDC? GDC. Other people ask me questions about something I've never looked at in my entire life. GD Culture Group. Goddamn Culture Group. What we got here? Looks like it went from 5 something to 6 something. Okay. What about the last year? Dog shit. Zing! So it shot all the way up to what? Almost $8 yesterday? Dang, son. Anything in the news? G Culture Group Limited Stock. Culture Group, GD Culture Group, GD Culture Group. Announced to stock culture nearly doubles after plans to enter TikTok's live streaming e-commerce market. That must be what happened there. So they are jumping on the bandwagon of e-commerce. That's, I might have to read like 55 articles to get the stuff. SyncWave refining video production with direct audio to video AI technology. Okay, so there's some sort of AI thing making videos, people on TikTok, so that our videos get even worse. Is that what they're doing? It's TikTok marketing for small and medium-sized businesses with comprehensive service suite. So I guess, if they're on TikTok and everyone's using TikTok and they're providing a app that allows people to TikTok, then they're going to TikTok, right? Sure. I'm not on TikTok. If a TikTok comes across as worthwhile, it ends up on another social media site that I'll see. That's the way I figure it. Like, you don't need to be on all the social media sites, because something's truly good, it'll pop up on one of the other sites. Might be a day or two, week later, whatever. But eventually you'll see all those memes, you'll see all those funny jokes, you'll see all those informative videos, because somebody will share it to another platform and it'll gain traction there too. Mupulin, No Labs has been falling in share price for years. I understand the glucose monitor potential, and I agree, but why has the company been falling for so long? Because they have not earned any money yet. Remember, they're a startup. Like, they've not produced their product that's going to market, and they can't until they have FDA approval. So once they get FDA approval, then they're in the market and they're selling their product, and then you can judge the stock by a stock price. But right now, they're still in the money-raising phase. They're still raising funds to pay for development, testing, and ramping up production and things like that. But they have no earnings. They don't sell anything, so they have nothing to earn money from. All it is going to be losses quarter after quarter until they finally get FDA approval, and then selling shit. Is it possible they can file for bankruptcy if their product fails to catch traction in the market? That's what all companies do if their product fails to catch traction on the market. But if you have an FDA-approved non-invasive glucose monitor in a planet with as many fat people as we have, and like type 2 diabetics, and then we got our type 1 diabetics, you will dominate that market over the invasive glucose monitors so fast. It will be just lickety-split. So, yeah. If it fails, yeah, you declare bankruptcy. That's what everyone does if you fail. Brendan Wells, what's up with BBBY? Didn't you ask that yesterday? I don't think anything's changed. Plan Man still suing the board. They're still adjudicating claims. Looks like they're hoping to wrap everything up by the end of next month. Belgian Whale, next week, nice North Swell in Domburg, Holland. Surfing on Thursday. Well, fantastic. Get out there and do it. We will. They've been doing share offering. Oh, talking about, yeah. BBBY brand, I'm bullish on No Labs. Their tech makes sense, and it's only a matter of time. Ditto. Richard Nicewinder. Don't buy No Labs. It's a good company, people. but the CEO screwed all the retailers. Why the CEO made 2 toxic deals. I was a shareholder, but no more. I walked away. Seriously, don't buy. You boys better do your research. Limited partners are crooks. Stay away from them. Don't buy. No labs. I know Ham Short Killer and others have hammered the Lynn deal. I'm not too worried about it because if they apply for FDA approval before the end of the year, then they're good. Like, they don't have to worry about funding or anything else at that point because the money will come pouring in. So just look to see if they file for FDA approval, then there you go. It's on like Donkey Kong. Fabrizio, oh my God, GME's at $80. Totally. Let's see you. 23.42. Oop, 23.44. Just went up 2 cents. That's it. $23. That's good. We're good. Adam M. Was a banana always a banana? Deja vu. I don't know what that means. Oh, shoots. Richard really is determined that No Labs made terrible deals like MMAT. The difference between MMAT and No Labs is that the board at No Labs is controlled by a bunch of scientists and investors, and the board at MMAT got controlled by a bunch of shorts. So that's a big difference, number one. Number two, Ron's a billionaire already. He doesn't, like, if he wants to, he could invest his own money and things would be just fine. He founded Double Down Interactive, Newegg, which was Egghead Software originally. Like, he's made his billions, right? So getting a $12 million loan from Lynn Partners isn't going to destroy Ron or the company. He can easily be like, well, okay, that didn't work out. Plork, and get rid of them. So, again, all I have to look forward to is, are they going to file for FDA approval? That's it. And anything else beyond that is just like pennies no one cares about. So, Sujo Kozenjik, happy birthday. Used to stay tuned. Siri thoughts, $50. I mean, isn't it doing a reverse split? So, yeah. Oops, reverse split date. Liberty Media thingamajiggy. Okay. Hell, substantial reduction compared to revision to approve Liberty Media Board of Directors. Serious special thing. I don't know when the exact date is for the reverse split, but yeah, I mean, technically it will be like $50 if it's like a 10-to-1 or something. When is the date on that? I have no idea. What's it doing right now? 329, so meh. It's kind of meh at the moment. As high as 550 back in December of last year. It's touched $4 as recently as June. And, you know, there's a lot of speculation. I think a lot of the speculation on Siri comes from 2 sources. One, Warren Buffett bought a lot of it. Cool. But he holds things for extremely long terms, not for, you know, like squeezes or anything. If it squoze, he probably wouldn't change his holdings. 2, a whole bunch of people decided to claim that the DFV emoji of the flag with the music notes and the microphone was Liberty Media, and they're like, oh, Siri. But Siri has so many shares of stock, it doesn't really fit the MO of what he does. So, we'll see. I mean, reverse splits tend to not do well for investors. But they've got so many shares out there that they may have to just narrow that thing down anyway. to see any good action out of their stock. Stephanie Hill, yay Brazil. Guess I better start focusing on Butterfly again. It sucks because most of the stock info I get is on X, even if it's saturated with megas. Gross. Yeah, it's true. That happens to be still where everyone is. Blue Sky, people on Blue Sky, it's like, oftentimes Blue Sky is like going into a faculty meeting where there's happened to be a couple of really good shit posters, and then, Siljo, 9th merger, heard $50 pre, $500 post split. How would it get to $50 before the merger? That's what I don't know. Yeah, that's what I don't know. No Labs. So Sad Boy says no Labs will be fine. They are currently quiet period till September 26th. Houston, thoughts on price target? I want them to see if it can measure something. Did you finish that thought? Oh, THC. Measure THC. That's what we're trying to do. That wasn't there was no period in that where I was like, measure THC. It could definitely measure THC if they calibrate the antenna to do so. Ron has talked about that in the past. Price targets, if they file for FDA approval, I bet you see it go above $1. If they get FDA approval, like, who knows where it can go after that. Once they start selling the product and generating and showing like, hey, revenue is up, 10 billion% over our previous quarter because our previous quarter was negative. We're up infinity. Then the prices start going bonkers. So that's what I'd be looking at. And at that point, if the stock starts flying, you're gonna start seeing forward splits in the share price probably. So more investors can jump in on it, and so your shares that you have now might be worth 10 shares, a couple of years from now, and so on. So, yeah. And then once they start getting the money in, then their R&D starts focusing on attenuating those antennas for different elements, things like THC, things like specific viruses, diseases, antibodies, chemical traces. You get DoD contracts to look for, where they're making nuclear weapons around the world, things like that. So, what's inside that bunker? Bzz, I can tell you exactly what's in there. Spencer. IEP Hopium, please. Joke, just looking for your honest take. I think they've got something planned. I think Brett and Carl, they've got some plan. They're slowly like spinning that wool, and they're gonna come out with a sweater soon. I wouldn't doubt if when they reveal their plan, they go back to a $2 dividend and see their stock price double all over again, putting all those shorts back underwater once more. I don't know the date of when they'll reveal that plan, but they've been piling up cash. They have billions in cash right now, just sitting there waiting to do something with it. So we'll see, I guess. I don't know. See where it goes. But $16 is way too low, especially for a stock that's still putting out $1 a quarter. Like, we can go back to the calculator. Let's play a calculator game.
And while we do that, I'll scratch his little cat belly. Look at your little belly. Look at your little belly. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can't cough. I'm not allowed to cough, Kitty. I gave you your steroids.
Kitty's coughing. Gotta give him a second.
It's alright, bud. Get it out.
Get it out. You got your steroids, my man. Chill, baby. What was I doing? Oh yeah, calculator. Duh. Got distracted by Kitty hacking his guts up over here. Okay, turn you off. Calculator's on. Okay. Simple math. I'm not gonna do exponents or anything. We just your $16 investment, right, gets you $1 plus $1 whole. Ding. So if you reinvest in the stock, you now have, one share and 1/16 at this price, right? So if we do this, so you're getting 6.25% return every quarter. So we start out with $16 and we multiply it by 1.0625, right? So you're gonna have $17, 18.0625 when it comes to second quarter. Third quarter, 19. Fourth quarter, you're over $20. So you just gained $4.39 by doing nothing whatsoever. So you're over 25% returns on that stock in 1 year. So let's say you bought I don't know, $10,000 of it. Oops, that's too many. About $10,000 of stock, you set it aside, you're going to ignore it, right? You ignore it entirely, and the price of stock doesn't change at all. And you get $625 first quarter. Second quarter, you're over 11,000. Third, almost 12,000. Fourth quarter, you are now almost $13,000, and you've done nothing, right? Okay. Let's say that after a few quarters, we start with $10,000, 0.0625. You got first. Oh shit! Come on, man. Clear. 10000 times 1.0625. Okay. First quarter, second quarter, you're making your money, right? All of a sudden, they say, "Hey, we're doubling our dividend." Okay. So you're gonna go to $2. Stock price doubles, right? So take this whole thing, multiply the second by 2. Boom. Because stock price doubles, you're offering another $1. It's still 0.625 return. And at 4 quarters, you're at $25,000 from a $10,000 investment, still making 25% a year on that sucker. When it was offering $2, though, it was at $50 a share, so it's more than doubled. Right now it's at 16, so it doubles to 30 something, whatever. And if they do something crazy, such as Carl Icahn buys up the entire float and short squeezes his own stock, right? That amount of money can just see bonkers happen. Who knows? Who knows where it's going to go after that point? It's anyone's game. Sad boy, No Labs is a military company and doesn't know it. If you can detect THC, police can use it for traffic stops and witness testifying on stand in court. Price target $500. Oh, they can do all sorts of things. I mean, what I was originally going to do my PhD project on before COVID kind of ruined all the things was I was going to build drones, airplane devices, potentially maybe satellites in the future, but take the device, attenuate, have probably multiple antennas in it, fly it over regions, and then just see what minerals are on the ground at what parts per million, and see, like, knowing, like, okay, we have surface level things we can penetrate with a large enough antenna, maybe 80 to 100 feet into a rock, right? If you can penetrate 80 to 100 feet into a rock, well, you can also penetrate 80 to 100 feet into bunkers. So, like, you can do all sorts of cool stuff with that. Yeah, every future ankle monitor could be equipped with it. Well, that's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah, it can tell you exactly what the blood alcohol content level is of someone, what THC level is, other narcotics. If it's in the room with them, if they have a rule about not being, like, in the presence of such things. Oh yeah, you're looking at revenue streams all over the place for stuff like that. I wouldn't doubt they're not thinking of it. Paul M's telling everyone to push the like button. Yeah, push the like button, do that thing. Rick Banana Nana Nana. Superb Ohio goes my sewer? I don't know what that means. To answer your Statham, my students have said Parasocial 7 times this week. The term has gained traction. Yeah, it, you know, here you all are. It's a phenomena, that's for sure. Swordfish, Richard, you lost money with no labs, so you make a new account and spam channels talking bad about them. I have no idea. I mean, if you bought 2 years ago, yeah, you've lost money with no labs. I originally bought in at like 80 something cents, so I'm down. But you know, picked up more here and there, and got a couple thousand shares. If they get FDA approval, those couple thousand shares are worth millions, because they're going to be making like $10 to $30 billion a year off subscription fees just in the medical device market, regardless of what else they go into in the future. So, yeah. Guinea says, nice shirt. See, some people got taste. SS Mino Janssen, why do Democrats so strongly support creepy he-she reading with kids sessions but never read to anyone else, just kids? Because story time is for children? Like, do you go to the library to have someone read you stories as well? Or are you someone who can read? That's kind of the big deal, is that like kids have stories read to them because they can't quite read yet. That's why people go to story time, to have people read the stories. And then they're especially drawn to story times where people are like fantastic and really good at reading the stories, and they make them come alive, and the kids are like, whoa, this is awesome. As opposed to like some, I don't know, dude in a suit being like, I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like them in a boat. I do not like them with a goat. I don't know. I mean, do you not know like what Zaz is, my man? Like, I'm sure you, by all means, SS Minnow Janssen, go to your local library and offer to do a reading of, I don't know, Atlas Shrugged. I don't know what books you've actually read in your life. Probably not that many. But go offer to do a reading. I will do a public reading for any age group of Atlas Shrugged, and I'll do it as a street confident male in a suit and tie, and you will enjoy it. Good luck with that. Yeah. Sad boy, I'm down 60K and not leaving, holding for 300 million. Boom. It's a long term. I mean, it's a startup. That's what you're doing it for. You're not doing it for day trading on sucker like that. You're doing it for the big boom at the end. Wee Wild's going. Good night, Wee Wild. Jim Neas, Houston. Just in my area in the Midwest, the amount of houses up for sale in the last 2 or 3 weeks has 10x'd, and the prices are coming down all around. Ooh. Bubbles popping? Generally, you see like hot areas in the exurbs of good cities. So you might have like the exurbs of the San Francisco Bay Area. So you have like Stockton, right? Those get hit. The exurbs of Phoenix, the exurbs of Orlando or Miami, the exurbs of Houston or Dallas. Those places are just a little bit too far out. They built too much spec housing out there because that's where the land was cheap and people don't want to move there, right? That's when you start to see like, when those start to crash, then you start to see middle America go after that, and then the major cities will be the third stop on the real estate tour. So, Should we Zillow Midwest? Where in the Midwest you're talking, Gymnius? Like, I don't know, Davenport, Iowa? Davenport, Iowa. Boom. There we go. Let's look at that. What we got? There's actually quite a few homes there. Not super much, but it's a good chunk. If you want to move to Davenport, Iowa, let's see here. 600K, what's that going to get you? new build, 2,500 square feet, 795. How about that? That's a fancy house. 5,000 square feet. Okay, so that's definitely rich people. You can elevate down to 115, close to downtown. It's 4-bedroom, 1,200 square feet. 115. That's a house for $115,000. $70K. Boom. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. $70,000. That's probably right in the floodplain. So my guess is this place floods like crazy because, you know, Davenport gets that shit. But if you want a house for $70,000, it's 3 bedrooms, 1,600 square feet. No chance for a basement. Probably the floor gets rotted every year. There you go. 535. Another new build. 3,800 square feet. Ooh, 1.2 million. That's where the rich people are. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath. Must be a big chunk of land. 845 on the river. So you're definitely flooding every year. But still 4,000 square feet. Not too far from where houses are $100,000. 900 square feet. Looks bigger than 900 square feet. Must be because the entire bottom floor is useless because it's flooded. Did you answer where you are, Geminius? What other random Midwest towns we go to? How about Lincoln, Nebraska? Lincoln, Nebraska. Ooh, there's quite a bit there in Lincoln. Don't have to worry too much about flooding in Lincoln. No earthquakes, just miserable winters. Cheap, 40K. Boom. Oh, it's just a lot. Never mind. 175. That gets you 1,400 square feet, 2 bedrooms. What about rich people? Are you rich people? You're 1.5 million. New build, decent size, 1.28 million. New build, same exact house, same development. You're out in the development land. Here you go. Another giant 5-bedroom. Oh, you guys can't see what the hell I'm doing. Oh my god. Did it again. I hate it when I do that. This is why I need a producer who like focuses on the buttons and they hit the stream deck and just change it as I'm going so that our minds are one. But yeah, there seems to be quite a few homes up. I don't know if it's more than any other major areas. Like Tacoma's probably a comparable sized city. Let's look at Tacoma, Washington. Tacoma, Washington. Boom. Okay. Tacoma's pretty comparable in housing. The homes are worth way more in Tacoma. I mean, Tacoma is a shitty city, but still, you can still spend $3 million for a home in Tacoma. I don't think the pulp mill's there anymore, so the Tacoma aroma is gone. But even out in the shitty areas like Hilltop and stuff, this is like gangbanger land. You're still paying $450, $500. That's gotta be an empty lot. Yeah, 100,000 square feet for empty lot. 468, 685. I mean, this is like places where you have fucking drive-bys, and you're still gonna spend $700,000 per house. So, 285. There you go. That might be the cheapest house in Western Washington, and not too far from like Hooters. So you know, still $700,000 and gonna get fucking killed land. 285 next to the highway. That's an apartment. Yeah. So not too much. What about my hometown? What's Bainbridge looking like right now? Bainbridge Island, Washington. Okay. It's about what I normally expect. It usually kind of looks like this. My dream house is still for sale. That's Conan O'Brien's in-laws' old place. This place is fucking rad, man. Built in the 30s. It's got a giant saltwater pool, dock, boathouse. Just it's got a second house. That was Conan's house. Conan and his wife's house here. 1,800 feet of waterfront, boathouse, garages, pond, orchard, gables, The works. We need a MOAS so I can buy this place. It's been up for sale for a year. But I think the problem is that the land has a clause for no more further development. So if you want to build like an even bigger garage, you can't do it because the Bainbridge Island Land Trust owns the development rights. So, you know, if you're gonna spend $9 million in a house, you're probably gonna have to like buy an even bigger chunk of forest somewhere and offer to do some sort of swap to get the land rights back. But anyway, how do I go away? There we go. But what's the cheapest place on Bainbridge right now? $698. That's pretty cheap. $665. $585. That's probably an apartment. 1-bedroom apartment. $585. Okay. $499. Must be a piece of land. Yep. 1.9 acre lot. But it's got high bank waterfront, but still got waterfront access there. $6 million. Whose $6 million house is this? This is pretty fancy. North facing though. You don't want to be north facing. It's just too fucking cold. 8 million? Who's here? Who's this one? Come on. That's pretty fancy. Very modern. Very chic. Very shishi. West facing, so you get at least the evening sun. Rich people. Rich people doing rich people things out here. Great deck. Great views. Nice long driveway. Guest house and garage. Raised beds for your rich gardening friends. Extra garage. Yeah. High bank waterfront though, so you gotta do some steps to get to the water. But the water's cold as shit anyway, so who cares? There you go. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just kind of rambling now. That was Geminius. Don't see Shadem, Guided by Voices. There's another one. I haven't heard those guys in a long time. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Vernok. Oh no! Who would have thought the Russians are after the natural resources Ukraine has? It's not like the area is rich in natural gas and metals. Exactly. They found huge natural gas reserves. They found huge lithium reserves. So of course the Russians are like, mine. And then the thing is that they're just losing hundreds of thousands of lives in the process. Kenny, credit card debt all-time high, savings at all-time low, everything is fine. My roommate was telling me about a BBC report where they're talking about people are worried about the economy, but then airplane travel is higher than it's ever been. So he's like, rather than, you know, people living paycheck to paycheck, they're living airport to airport. So I think it's all in credit card debt, actually. Sidebox, I've been saying that is why Russia invaded since day one of the invasion. Just like Chechnya, which has a giant oil field. Bing, bing. Exactly. It's all about resources. It's not about like, oh, we're scared for our safety. It's not about that at all. Pacheco Ron likes the shirt as well. See, some people got taste, Julio. Oh, crap. There's the reset of the chat. Gotta scroll back up again. Where am I? Richard Nice Wenders talking about GDC is going to squeeze the shorts now and they're trapped. I mean, the stock's only existed since March. And let's see let's go back to the GDC here. Okay, let's think about that. They're going to squeeze the shorts. So the stock has only existed since 2023. 5 year. No. I thought they did offering in March. That's what I read. Okay, so they've existed for a few years now. 2015. It used to be $150. That's pretty spike. They had a spike at 200. My guess is there's a reverse split in here somewhere. They did a reverse split because their stock price was collapsing, and they bounced back up. And as a reverse split, then there's no squeezing going on. So GDC reverse split. Stock split history. Yep. A 1-to-30 reverse split in 2022. And they did a 2-to-1 forward split in 2018. So they did forward split 2018, a 1-to-30 reverse in 2022. So I don't see much squeezing going on if that's the case, because that means the stock basically has to get to $250 in order for any of those dudes, any of these people here, to feel any pain whatsoever. 250 or whatever it was. So the stock going to $6 isn't going to hurt any shorts. The shorts have won already. It's just like AMC, right? Anyone who shorted AMC at $77 in June of 2021 essentially shorted the stock at $770, and the stock is not going back to $770. They have no need to ever bother closing out their short. They can just like take up finger painting and live a happy life ever again. So I don't see the shorts really paying the price on that one. They might become a solid company, which is good, but the shorts can close at any time and make their money back. So, Demetri Maximoff, hey Hooter, love the shirt. See, people got good taste in shirts. Confidence of Homer, I feel better after deleting Twitter. Confidence of Homer, Russia should have invaded for the hot Ukrainian women as a bigger natural resource than gas. Black Fur Matters, thumbs up. Black Fur Matters 261 watching, but only 65 likes. Yo, those are rookie numbers. Get those numbers up. Well, I've chased off a whole bunch. We peaked at 260, whatever, down to 194. We got 8 minutes left, so get what we can here. Black Fur Matters. I got leaps on IEP. Give it time. Lots of time. Just Miami. Larry Chang posted a picture while at GME headquarters today. Interesting. Wait, IEP's at $13 now? Not 16? Oh shit, it is at 13. Almost bottom. It went below 13 for a moment. What the hell? What the hell? I've not been attention at all. It is. Goodness gracious. That is cheap. Okay, let's go back to the math. Let's go back to the math board and we'll rejigger that sucker. Okay, so take you away. Boink. Back to the math. So this changes everything. You're getting $1 a quarter at 13.27. So 1 divided by 13.27 means you're now getting a 7.53. I'll call it 7.54% return. Okay. 13.27 times 1.07. Is it 3.5 I said? 3.5? Okay. We got 14, second quarter, 15, third quarter, 16, fourth quarter, 17. So you're up $4.60. $4.40. So clear $4.4 divided by 13.27. You're getting a 33% return right now. That's pretty damn good. 33% yearly return. Damn, son. You can basically double that if they offer the second dollar. The stock price goes up. Yeah, initial investment. That's pretty delicious. So, man, that is not a sustainable price for IEP at all. Goodness gracious, especially $1 a quarter. Fuck. All right, 10,000 times 1.0735. Boom, 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 boom. You made $4,256 in 1 year doing nothing on that stock. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's pretty good. It's in order to make a living. Let's say you put $100,000 into it, right? You can do nothing. You're just going to live your normal middle class life. You have $100,000, throw $100,000 into that, and you want to just rest on your laurels. One, dang it, not 11. 0.0735. You can make yourself basically $40,000 a year in, year out from that point forward. Let's go forward 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So in 4 years, your $100,000 investment is now worth $548,000 if you do nothing. That's not counting any rise in the price. That's not counting if they offer another $1 on the share. And so to get to $1 million, so 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27 plus 3, so 30 months. So it's half of a car loan. You basically get yourself, 32 months, $2 million. Sorry, 30 quarters, not 30 months, 30 quarters. Duh. So like 7 years. 7 years, $100,000, you're at $1 million plus at current levels. Pretty decent indeed. Yeah, people yelling at me, IEP closed at $13 and change. Yeah. It should not be that low, ever. Corporate Walnut, IEP tanking with Carl owning 80-something% smells so funny. Yeah. And it seems like he has a huge chunk with a proxy at the moment. He can take control of it at any moment. So, that just does not seem like it's going to bode well for folks who are shorting it at the moment. Math not mathing. Tampa Bay Buckeye, Houston's shirt means it's banana time for the Bears. Old banana type pipe up the tailpipe gimmick. GameStop Bears are shagged. Juice Mammy, name me a state where the governor secretly wants to build golf courses on state parks. That sounds like Florida to me. And he got in trouble for it, and now he's trying to throw a bunch of goofers under the rug for it too. You have enough golf courses in Florida. Let there be some land for like creatures and shit, and people to make meth labs. Citizen 54, pay teachers way more. Have them read to the children. Any adult demanding suing to be around children is that bad? Is it creepy to me? I don't care who they are. I mean, a lot of them just get invited to do the reading, so they do the reading that way because they're performers. Tampa Bay Buckeye, $572, then down to banana? What's $572? I have $321.25, $15 call, $11 average. Bring me some profit. Drag through the garden, bro, jive language. Okay, there you go. That's what it is. Fat cat. Boom. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Monkey butt. Boom. 429. I always show you the chat right at the end of the show. We're done. You guys are gonna enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna enjoy my weekend. Holiday weekend. I hope you're barbecuing or lounging around or camping or enjoying your Labor Day. You put in the labor, enjoy your day. So labor it up there, man. I'll probably see you guys. It's holiday on Monday. I won't do a show unless something weird or spectacular happens, and then I might jump on. Otherwise, I guess I'll do maybe a Tuesday show instead. You'll possibly see a Tuesday. And if I get bored, maybe I'll do some GeoGuessr. I did GeoGuessr last night. That was pretty fun. A couple good games, a couple terrible games. But anyway, you guys have a great night, and I will a great weekend. I'll catch you later.